Okay.
Okay.
That's how I'm gonna start. Okay. Go. Well, hi, I'm Mason. I wrote a story about Mario and his quest to find Princess Peach, and I'm gonna relate that to my learner profiles. So this is Super Mario and his learner profiles by me. So it was a beautiful day in the Mushroom Kingdom. There was a huge party being held for the Princess of the Kingdom, Princess Peach. Princess Peach, sweetheart Mario, was motivated to throw the biggest festival the land has ever seen. Towards the end of the great celebration, the party was thwarted by Bowser Jr. and his minions Larry, Roy, and Wendy. The group of misfits kidnapped the princess and took her on their ship. This is where our story begins. Mario must use different skills to locate and save his beloved princess, otherwise known as learner profiles. In the beginning, Mario was not aware of the long and rigorous journey ahead of him. I can relate to this because in the beginning of the semester, I wasn't aware of the long and rigorous journey I was going to need to take to maintain and stay on pace with the class. So, Mario began his quest when a small toad led him in the direction of one of Bowser Jr.'s followers, Larry. In order to get to Larry's fortress, he had to make his way through a Native American reservation. He ran into many Native American people who were brought great hardship to the village by the evil minion Larry, who taxed the people and stole all their coins. Mario decided to help the village by donating coins on behalf of the kingdom and promised them he would handle the person in charge. Here, Mario had developed a learner profile because he built social, emotional awareness and empathy in the increasingly interconnected world. An example of our MPX class using this learner profile was when we had to create our Native American poster for Miss Napoleon's class. In this poster, me and my partner Nui decided to show the issues regarding health for Native Americans and how the actions of our past ancestors, me being part white, had affected the poor lives of the Native Americans. While doing this project, I was given social and emotional awareness about the world because in the beginning of the project, I was challenged because I did not know how our country treated these people and how they still continue to treat them to this day. Although doing plenty of research, I felt I succeeded in obtaining real knowledge on Native Americans and how they continue to struggle today and how they strive to become better. Back to the story, after Mario had been shown the way to the fortress, he found and defeated the evil Larry. After defeating Larry, he found a map leading him to his next target. He was going to need to make his way to the stronghold, which was guarded by Roy, another one of those minions. With Peach on his mind, he continued his journey and stayed motivated. When he got to Roy's stronghold, unlike the previous fortress, he found that it was heavily guarded at the front door. So he decided that he had to get creative and asked a nearby toad if he could jump on his head as a trampoline. Happy to help, the toad let Mario jump on his head and reach the top of the stronghold. While he went up to one of them. Mario here used the learner profile, applied creativity and imagination to problem solving. A project we used this learner profile for was our first MPX project where we had to create a pencil box for our teacher. Before creating any old box, we were told to go and interview our teacher and ask what kind of box she wanted. So our teacher was Miss Goya, and our group was faced with many challenges because our teacher, Miss Goya, was very, she wanted it a certain way, but she also wanted a thing where she could hold her Post-its in. And our group found multiple ways to put post-its in the attached to the pencil box, but with all our multiple designs, we had to come up with one, and we had to make it seamless so it wouldn't stand out on the box. So we had to become creative. So ultimately, our group decided to add a little side to hold her post-its or any other books that she might need. After breaking into Roy's room, Mario quickly defeated him and found the next map and headed out the window. Mario was now on his way to the last minion's base. He was making his way to Wendy's palace. While on his way to the palace, Mario couldn't help but notice all the starving, depressed Yoshis around. He went up to one of them and asked what the problem was. The Yoshi told him that the kingdom was taking all their mushrooms that the Yoshis eat as food to create power-ups for some sort of go-kart race. Feeling guilty, Mario told them that he would inform the princess after saving her that they were causing all the Yoshis to starve. Feeling guilty, Mario also planted hundreds of mushrooms, seeds, in the meanwhile, so they would have something to eat. Here, Mario learned to nurture, sustain, and steward the environment and community in which he lives. Our Heia fish pond trip is a great example of this. Our class was just being introduced to a lure project we were going to do when we went to go analyze the fish pond we'd be fishing at. There, the instructor taught us all about fish ponds and what they do for our island and how they help nurture and sustain our environment, and how they did in the past and how they could continue to in the future. So while we were there, we helped reconstruct the wall bit by moving heavy rocks over a small little pond, and there I felt very connected with the environment and nature. After planting all those seeds, Mario was very tired. Seeing the help Mario just did, one of the Yoshis decided to give Mario a ride on his back to Wendy's palace. There, Mario defeated her and got the destination of Bowser Jr.'s flying ship. Anxious and excited to see his girlfriend, Mario was rushing to the ship. While Mario was running past old towns, he noticed many graffiti art on the buildings. He made a note to himself that when he got everything settled and the kingdom was back in order, he would visit a senator to create a law to make vandalism punishment much more harsher. He wanted to do this because he believed that the ugly artwork would scare people away and reduce the economy. Here, Mario learned to collaborate and positively impact peers. An example we have of this is working with Senator Wakai to come up with a bill. Although in our end collection of ideas we made, we decided that we'd help make an app instead of a bill, but here we are still collaborating and positively impacting peers because we're helping people and crimes with an app instead of just lying around and doing nothing. Continuing the story, Mario broke into the flying ship and reached Bowser Jr. After defeating many obstacles, Mario defeated Bowser Jr. and began to look for Peach. Once he found her and was about to rescue her, he observed she was taken from him again. Heartbroken, Mario refused to give up. This is where Mario gained his last learner profile: maintain a positive mindset and the belief and persistence in learning. An example I have of this is when me and my partner Gio had a banner, and we got a lot of comments saying that it wasn't the nicest, that something was missing, and it was kind of unorganized. So I learned that I had to maintain a positive mindset, and with one day left, we decided to rearrange the whole thing, and my partner even stayed in after school a couple times to finish the project. In the end, Mario got himself back on his feet and went to the evil Bowser and defeated him.
Waluigi.
So what, are you gonna give him 10 or about 10?
Dude, I was
No,
like every
like,
picture that had a human.
Yeah, you missed it.
Any questions or comments?
Hey, I was right, I told you it'd be over.
No,
You talked a lot more about the story than
That's
the...
good, yeah. Just 8 to 10 minutes, so.
Any questions or comments for Mason?
Mostly talked about the story. And you read up your script.
Yeah, I did.
What a critic, yeah?
I know.
You know why he's doing that, right?
Because he wants the
To
highest
make
grade.
himself feel better.